Hello everyone. Today we're gonna learn how to factorize polynomials. Let's say that we have 3x cubed minus 6x squared. So the way to do this is to look at both terms of this expression and ask ourselves which one have the variable with the lowest exponent. Um, uh, uh, as you can see from this expression, um, uh, x squared is the lowest variable with the lowest exponent. So we're gonna divide both terms of this expression with x squared and x squared, and we must look at the coefficients of each term in this expression and ask ourselves which coefficient is the lowest, which coefficient is the smallest. 3 is the smallest coefficient, so we're gonna divide it with 3 and 3. This 3x is gonna be our common factor, so 3x is gonna be our common factor. So if we divide 3 by 3x cubed minus divided by 3x squared, we're gonna have x, and if we divide 6 x squared and by 3x squared, we're gonna have 2. So this is a simplified form of this expression. Okay, let's do another example. Let's say we have 4x squared plus 2x. Okay, as we did in our previous example, we're gonna look at both terms of this expression and ask ourselves which one have the variable with the lowest exponent. Notice that x is the variable with the lowest exponent, so we're gonna divide both terms with x, and we're gonna also look at the coefficients 4 and 2 and ask ourselves which one is the greatest, is the smallest. Notice that 2 is the smallest, so we're gonna divide by 2 and 2. So 2x will be our common factor. So if we divide 4x squared by 2x, we're gonna have 2x, and if we divide x square 2x and 2x, we're gonna have 1. So this is a simplified form of this expression. Now let's say that we have x squared plus 7x plus 12. How can we approach this example? So what we must do is to write down these brackets, and then notice that we have 2 squared, and write down this and write down x and x, because x squared is x times x. Yeah, and we're gonna look at this other sign of this expression. Notice that we have positive here, and because we have positive here, we must ask ourselves what are possible ways of obtaining positive. One is multiplying positive number by positive number, and other one is multiplying a negative number with a negative number. The way we're gonna do this is to look at them at this sign, at this sign, because we have positive number here, this means that we're gonna take positive and positive, so we're gonna have positive and positive here. The last thing that we must do is to look at this last number, which is a constant, 12, and ask ourselves, how can 12 be written in many different ways. 12 can be written as 1/12 times 12, or 2 times 6, or 4 times 3. Okay, because we have a positive here, okay, because we have a positive here, we're gonna add these numbers and check if they gonna give us 7, which is a middle coefficient of this middle term. Okay, if we add 1 and 12, it's not gonna give us 7, so we cancel out 12 and 1. If we add 2 and 6, it's not gonna give us 7, so we cancel out 2 and 6. If we add 4 and 3, it's gonna give us 7. So 4 and 3, we're gonna work with 4 and 3, so we'll have 4 and 3. So this is a simplified form of this expression. So let's do another example. Let's say that we have 2x, we have x squared plus 7x minus 18. So as we did in the last example, we must have these brackets. So because we have x squared, so we have x squared, which means here we're gonna have x and x. So we're gonna look, as we did in the previous example, we're gonna look at this sign, and we're gonna ask ourselves how a negative sign can be made. A negative sign can be a result of a product of positive sign and negative sign only. So which means we're gonna have positive and negative sign. How do we put these positive and negative sign in our two brackets? Notice that here we have a positive sign, which means we're gonna put positive sign here, and here we have a negative sign, which means we're gonna put negative sign. Okay, now let's look at this constant 18. What are possible ways we can make 18? 18 can be obtained from 1 times 18, 2 times 9. Okay, just notice that something. 2 and 9, if we use 2 and 9, we can obtain 7, which is the middle term. But how can we obtain it? We can obtain it by saying 9 minus 2, which is 7. Why we are subtracting this, or why we are subtracting this, is because we have a minus sign here. That's why we are subtracting, not adding. So 9 and 2 will be two numbers that we'll put in these two brackets. Okay, notice that the middle term is positive, so which means we must put 9 where there's a positive sign, so 9 will come here and 2 will come here. The reason why we do so is because 9 times x and 2x times 2 negative 2 will give us a middle term, which is a positive number. So this is how we factorize. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.